Hi there. Welcome to Discussions with the Fascia Masters. My name is Deanna Hansen. I'm the founder of Fluid Isometrics and Block Therapy, and I'm being joined by two very special guests, Rachael Aberle and Dr. Gwen Schiada. Now, I first met Rachael when I was in the Bahamas at a retreat, and first of all, the Bahamas is an amazing place to have a retreat. And Rachael ended up joining and became one of my very first block therapists. And I have to say, I've always said that block therapy is an amazing complement to anything else. And Rachael has just done a phenomenal job of combining block therapy with other modalities to offer just phenomenal healing opportunities for people. So Rachael, why don't you share what you're doing with Dr. Gwen so that you can share the combination of modalities and the amazing benefits that people are going to be experiencing at your beautiful location.
Thank you, Deanna. It's an honor to be a part of your team, block therapist here in the Bahamas. I love what I do. And when I met you, it was the best day ever. It was the sense of freedom that I felt in my body when I got off that block was undeniable. And it changed my life. And I decided to get certified and I never looked back. And so I love doing retreats and met Gwen Schiada, Dr. Gwen here in the Bahamas. Our mutual friend Scott brought her over here. Thank you, Scott, for a block party I was having. And from the moment I met you, Gwen, I was just blown away by your amazing ability to listen. And when you feel like you're being heard, when someone is actually listening to you, that is just it's so precious. And you bring that to your work. And so block therapy is about listening to your body, listening to your cells, and just hearing what your body needs in order to be healthy and happy. And you bring that aspect of listening to a person. And we just have the best combination, I think, that I've ever experienced. I know the best combination that I've ever experienced. And I just wanted to say quickly before you go, this morning I was on my block, and when I got up, my husband said, "You look so alive." And it was 6:30 this morning, 6:30 in the morning, he said that to me. So I'm really excited to teach this and do retreats again.
Thank you for that, Rachael. I know I feel the same way. When we connected down there, I remember that day like it was yesterday, and the wheels started turning. And I think we both immediately knew there's some way that we are meant to work together. I was living in the United States at the time, never imagined that now I too live half the year in the Bahamas. So we're 10 minutes away from each other on our respective islands. And that was part of listening for me and living life on my terms, realizing that I needed to get more in alignment with my passions, my values, and my purpose. And being down here is part of that. And that's really my mission with the 7L framework, is to help other people truly live life awake. That's what I talk about, right? We can go through life on autopilot. Sadly, we know so many people that life feels like it's sort of happening to them. And that's whether that's in their mindset or in their physical body. And I think that's one of the things where Rachael and I, we come together and overlap, is that we want people to live life awake. I take care of the mindset piece. She takes care from the food aspect, and we're going to show you guys a slideshow in just a minute, but from the food aspect and from the physical aspect. And we realized it was sort of the perfect triangle of a retreat, truly mind, body, spirit. So I'm so excited. This is our first retreat post-COVID and the pandemic. And I feel like it's going to be our best one yet. I just, the location, the energy, people are so ready to come out and so need just to be in a space where they can hit that pause button. We've all been under so much stress and pressure, and there's so much research. I was just interviewed by CVS Health not too long ago about women in particular and going back to work, and they have the stress of their family, the stress of the jobs, and all of that has taken a toll, and so many haven't had the chance to hit that pause button and just be. And so that's what we're offering down here in May at this retreat. It's just an opportunity to take care of mind, body, spirit in all the different ways that Rachael and I come together.
Oh, well, I can't wait to see where it's going to be. Show us your slideshow.
Are we ready for the slideshow?
Do you want to first quickly show the one of the before and after pictures of my program, or are we going to do the retreat
Absolutely. Let me do that. Maybe you can,
So
yeah, start sharing what this was about.
Yeah, this is my program that I did, the block therapy program called Head, Neck, and Face. My before picture and after picture is 21 days, 30 minutes each day, approximately on the block. The first class is a bit longer, an hour and a bit. But I just wanted to start off showing you this, how powerful this work is at decompressing the fascia, aligning the body, and just bringing life to your cells, bringing life to your skin, and helping to keep that youthful appearance. Like, we all want to stay young. We all want to like stay young forever. And this block therapy combined with the nutrient dense anti-inflammatory foods is the best way I know how. And combining that with Gwen's mindset piece is just, it's just like, I want to live forever. I want to learn how to fly.
Rachel, I just want to say that it's so much more too than just about looking younger. The actual shape of your whole head has changed. And I'm so excited for the people that are going to be joining you, because these are the results that they're going to be getting. And you look like a completely different woman. You look younger, you look happier, you just look more present. Like, there's so many amazing things I could comment on this, but I'm so thrilled for the people that are going to have the experience with the two of you, to be able to join you in whatever state they are, and then to walk away completely refreshed and rejuvenated, as I know they will.
Yes, thank you.
What I notice most, I notice a lot of things, but your eyes in the after are just more glowy, more alive, more awake, you know, as well. It's just, that really jumps out at me. Just there's a certain light in your eyes.
Yes. And I'm doing it again. This program I just started, I'm on day 7 and I'm doing the advanced version. And I'm so excited. I literally have come back to life. I look forward to every single day more than ever. When I'm on a block therapy program, I look forward to every day. I just cannot wait.
How much time was in between? So you said this was 30 days, or what was the before?
21, this is a 21-day program, 21 days.
Wow.
Yes.
Amazing. That is amazing. That is amazing. Well, and you know, people might be asking a little bit like, what is block therapy? What is the 7L framework, you know, that I teach? So maybe then we'll show the photos, and then we can talk a little bit more about exactly what is block therapy, what is the 7L framework, and you know, what is the overlap?
Yeah. And these retreats, we did some in Abaco and some in Harbor Island. So this is a combination of the ones we did in the past. So we'll just take you on a little virtual retreat.
I'm excited.
Absolutely. Okay, let's see. Let me do. I had to stop. Okay, not to keep people in suspense.
So I can talk briefly about something
that
food. As I mentioned, we're going to do anti-inflammatory foods using local products like coconuts just from my yard, making coconut yogurt, coconut smoothies, coconut chia pudding, also local mangoes, also like soursop, all those local produce with salads and sushi wraps and juices. We just opened up a juice bar here, so I've got everything we need for the food department to really raise the vibration and give us energy and you know, improve the quality of life tremendously.
Well, how amazing to be able to have those foods at your disposal, right? And to just be able to pick them, put them in your body. They're living foods that, again, like as you say, that frequency, that vibration, like your cells are just going to be sopping it up. You know, as you create more space from the block and you're giving this density rich, amazing food for your cells, again, you're just going to be glowing once you're done.
Right. And I'm going to show people how to do it as well. And they go home with the recipes. And also, I like to do pH tests. So we do the pH test strips, and literally I teach people what to eat and what to drink to change your pH and get it to a balanced state. So if you're too acidic, I can show you what to eat and drink to bring it right back to balance. And
have you done any of these these before and afters with the pH strips with your retreats?
With not with Gwen, the retreats with Gwen, but that is definitely I just today ordered some pH strips on Amazon, so we'll have those for our guests, so they can test it during the day. And I have had I shared this once before on the Block Therapy membership group about my pH change and just doing block therapy alone. I didn't use food, just getting the test before the block and after the block, my pH came into balance, and that was just incredible.
Wow, those are such amazing tests too, to like literally have that before and after information to show you what's actually going on inside the body is truly phenomenal.
Yes. I believe in let thy food be thy medicine.
Absolutely.
And
I'm trying to show these photos. I don't know why, but it's saying that my screen, it's really trying to keep us in suspense here. Actually, let me just close that out and start this. It was saying that it was.
Technology is always a fun little game, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And I'm hitting resume share. Okay, wait, hold on. What's new share?
So we're also going to be doing yoga on the beach, and we'll have meditation on the beach. Although block therapy is meditation in itself, I'm going to teach you how to do a meditation in movement. For instance, walking, how to meditate while you're walking, how to meditate while you're cooking, proper posture while you're cooking. And also just to slow down. It's all about slow down to speed up and just give the body a chance to reset and renew and recharge.
How many hours per day, Rachel, will you be taking them through the body work and the yoga and all of the amazing things you're going to be doing?
I don't have the schedule up with me right now. In general, we started about 8 o'clock with like a juice and a yoga class and meditation. And then we end at about 4 o'clock, and then people have free time to explore and do what they want to do. And then we come together for dinner.
Oh, how lovely. And this is how many days?
3 days. So it's the 3rd to the 7th. People arrive on the 3rd and then they leave on the 7th. And then after this one, we'll have our next date set, and then the next date set. So we'll always have a date on our website so that you can go and see when's the next retreat.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, look at this.
This is our island, Double Key, Hope Town.
This is the island. And so, yeah, we can talk a little bit about this. So I may just have to show, I'm trying to pull up the slideshow, but oh my gosh. And Rachel, you can, this is Hope Town. Abacove. Nobody has ever been here before. Just amazing.
It's our lighthouse, the last man-cranked lantern lighthouse in the world, and we will be taking our guests there to climb up the top and see the view.
Wow. How many flights is it up to the top?
I'm not sure, but there are over 100 steps.
Okay.
There is a specific number, and I just don't remember what that number is right now. I had my friend Lori that could tell me.
And we've got, and the house that we're staying, wouldn't you say, I'm trying to get my geography, Rachel, is it over here?
North, it's in the north end.
Yeah, in the north end of the island, which is stunning. I mean, there's a private beach, a gazebo. It's just a beautiful, beautiful place to retreat.
Yes.
Wow.
And we will explore the island and go to see the different beaches and enjoy this island, beautiful island.
Rachel, what island was it where I met you again?
That was Grand Bahama Island.
Right.
In Freeport. And I'll never forget that day. Never forget that day as long as I live. I was just blown away. And you, at the end, you said, ask everybody to give you a word. Just say, do you have one word? And I said, freedom. I want more of that. And
Yes.
as you know,
Yes.
I'm getting certified. So it's the best decision I ever made.
Well, we just are so grateful to have you with us. You've done so many amazing things. Oh, wow. This is gorgeous.
This is, yeah, this is a place. We'll do some block therapy and yoga down here, talk about the 7L framework here. This is literally the beach where guests will have, full access to.
Beautiful.
I'm just going to pull up some different kinds of photos and that we can share here as we just a few different ones, little teasers. This doesn't seem to want to fully cooperate. So are you seeing the photo in full? There we go.
There we go. Yes.
Our favorite bar on the beach. This is called On the Beach at Turtle Hill. It's a resort here in Hopetown, right across the street from where I live.
Oh, isn't that fun?
Yes. Yes. It's just great. And
how many people actually live on the island compared to tourists?
So between 400 and 500 people, just locals. And then when we're in full swing, it can be up to 2,000 on the island.
Wow. Nice. Well, this shirt looks good. Rachel, is this your concoction?
Yes.
Yes. So
oh my gosh.
What is
pudding. This?
The bottom one looks like the pineapple coconut chia, and then the top one is the chocolate chia pudding, topped with coconut flakes and berries and cacao nibs.
Can I just talk about how amazing the food is, and a little funny story. So many of the guests would say, well, there's green juice, there's smoothies, there's, lunch, etc. And people thought, am I going to be starving? Am I going to be hungry? Do I need to bring some snacks, with me? And because the food, everything is so nutrient rich and balanced that people said, I feel so energetic and just satiated in a perfect way, not overfull, not underfull, but just feel amazing. And that is one of the things. I mean, plus it tastes as good as it looks.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, if you've got ingredients like that, how could it not?
Yes. And it's the food is alive. It's rich in enzymes. And so, a lot of it is blended, like these are blended things. We'll be doing some blended soups so that your body doesn't need to use up so much energy to digest it. So
fantastic. Give me what's the soup you're going to be making? I love soups.
I love squash. So we might be doing some squash type soups.
Well, that'll certainly give a nice fill without being heavy so that you can keep, working through the body and not be weighted down.
Exactly.
Yeah,
absolutely. Here's some of our guests enjoying and Rachel, I mean, maybe say a little bit about, you have formal training in this area too. I mean, you're really good at it and you're an artist, but you have training from the institute you went to.
I went to the Raw Food Institute with Lisa Wilson in Connecticut. I actually went through that program twice. And this is literally how I eat. And so my life is like a retreat. And so it's not hard for me to do these retreats because this is what I do anyway. So it's just, I love it. I really love doing these and watching the transformation in people. Just brings me so much joy.
Well, you absolutely exude that, like whenever you talk about it, you just absolutely glow. You glow anyway. You're just absolutely beautiful. So yeah, very lucky people who are going to be able to experience this with the two of you.
Thank you. And we have 4 of our guests that are coming to this next one are repeat retreaters.
Perfect.
So they just
absolutely. This was the last day of one and how people feel. And you're right. They come and they're not sure. They come for many different reasons. I mean, a couple of things I would say about that. Anyone who's in transition of any kind, whether you're thinking about retirement or thinking about changing a job or thinking about just wanting to be more healthy, wanting to be more in touch with yourself. It could be something big, something small, something internal, something external. But if people are in this place where they're saying to themselves, I know that I can feel more alive. I know that I can feel better physically, mentally, spiritually, but they're not sure how to get there. This is the perfect opportunity to take that time out, and we give them the tools in walking through the 7L framework. And I'll show a couple pictures of that. Each day there's work through the 7L framework, mindset, small group discussions, so intimate, where people share. And by the end, I mean, it's interesting, Deanna, we actually had our group ask us, well, we want to all stay in touch with each other. So they wanted an alumni group. That wasn't even our idea, but they said there was such bonding and such depth through the retreat. And so we started that. And as Rachael said, we have the majority of the people coming are repeat. And we had other alumni that they said, why didn't you tell me what the dates were before you announced it? Because they so wanted to be there. And so it doesn't even have to be a one-time thing. We're constantly renewing and recharging and periodically needing to retreat. So as we go deeper, right, and we talk about layers, that's one of the L's. I mean, we start to discover more mentally, physically, spiritually. And so both of us said this has to be one of the photos that we share with you, because people showed up and they're closed down. Maybe they're, dealing with a personal issue, or their body doesn't feel great. And by the time they left, I mean, people were just glowing.
Well, that's evident for sure in all of their smiles and how healthy they all look. And doesn't that speak volumes, right? When you have repeat customers for this kind of an event, it's because it was a very transformative moment for them and they want more. So way to go. I'm so excited. Gwen, can you talk a little bit more about your part in this?
Absolutely. So the 7L framework really is, Deanna, that tool to live life awake. Right. And then I say it's the 7L framework to also live, life on your terms. And what do I mean by that? I don't mean it's, my way or the highway on my terms, but truly to live life more awake is about coming into alignment with our own values, passions, and purpose. There's so many, individuals who are feeling like they're trying to fit into society's definition of success, right? And maybe they've achieved and checked all the boxes, and they get there, they arrive, quote unquote, and say, well, why am I not happy? Why am I not energized? Why don't I feel fulfilled? And so there's so much noise in society, and we're influenced by our families and the media and all of that. And sometimes we lose sight of what I call our inner compass. And so the 7L framework, truly, there are 7 L's. The first one is listen. And it's the first in the framework because if we're not connected, if we're not paying attention, right, we're like a boat that's just afloat, right, with no rudder, no sails, just out there kind of with no direction. So the first L, we really focus on that listening and going inward. And also some of the ways that we get there are through physical mediums. And that's one of the things I loved about block therapy is that listening. By doing block therapy, it actually helps us to reconnect and to slow down. And I think that's what makes this so special with Rachael and I. So the block therapy does complement and support the 7L framework. So we get them in that frame of mind. We really focus on listen. What are you hearing in your life at this point? Are you connected to that inner compass? Some people say they feel like they lost their inner compass, right? Or it's broken. So we do that deep internal work. And just by the way, I don't think I shared this. So I'm a clinical psychologist by background. That's my education. But I didn't start there. I have a GED and I also have a doctorate because I went through a period in my life where I was completely shut down for many, external reasons. So that's where my passion, where my why comes from, is wanting to help others. I initially had a media company and a career-focused company, but I realized our life is so much more than just helping people find the right career. It's about creating a whole life, right? And what I mean is a whole life, a balanced life. So the second L, I'll just tick through these really fast, Deanna, but the first L is listen. The second L is love. And that's all about coming into alignment with values, passions, purpose, and getting really clear. So every day at the retreat, we're working through these modules. There's a workbook. We build time in. The third L is layers. And that's all about what is holding you back? What do you need to let go of in your life? What do you need to bring in? Right. And I always think of the layers. We have these mental layers, but we also have fascia, and we're working through the fascia layers. So there's just these beautiful correlations between the 7L framework and block therapy.
Can you just stop sharing your screen so that we can actually see you talking?
Absolutely.
Beautiful. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah. So there's that third L of layers. And then once we're constantly, going deeper. And then our fourth L is leap. Right. And so we may be working through layers and taking some leaps at the same time, but it's about walking towards what we want in our life, not worrying so much about the how we're going to get there and figure it all out, but the what. The fifth L is land, right? So as we leap, we have to pause. We can't constantly leap or we will burn out. So we have to land. And that's another correlation with block therapy. It's about holding the pose. Right? Holding those poses physically in block therapy, but also holding those poses mentally, right? We take little leaps in our life and we arrive. And so many people tell me they just brush through them, right? They're always forward focused. So it's about landing in our life. And the sixth L is learn. So what do we learn when we stop and pause and look at our lands? What do we learn from all of those steps that can give us courage and confidence to move forward and go to the seventh L, which is level up, right? And so level up is, because you often don't, this from business, sometimes you don't even know what that next level up will be until you get to a certain plateau, right? And then you can see things more clearly. And it's the same with our life. We don't even know until we start moving forward. And then we say, aha, that's the natural level up for me. And so we literally, over the course of the retreat, I want individuals to be 7L framework experts. They can apply this on a daily basis, a long-term basis in their personal life and their business. And then we tie this all together with the nutrition and the block therapy. And we also have a lot of fun. That's the other thing I'll say is we
have so much fun. Oh my goodness. It is just a blast. I mean, I can't even call it work. It's just so much fun. And I always think of you, Gwen, when I'm doing something and I'm like, oh, and this is how I could level up. Like, how can I do this better? Like leveling up this. And when Gwen and I talk sometimes, I go, how's that for leveling up? And she's like, yay.
I know. Yeah, you get it. And I thought it was so sweet. Two of the guests that are returning, they were sending us a message, and they were at the retreat in 2019. And the woman said, I still have my workbook and I have all my notes from 2019, and she's made so much progress. And she says, I don't need a workbook because she's so attached and she just wants to build on in that workbook. She's at a different place in her life. So people can go to my website, which is LOYTinnercompass.com, to see the different ways I do keynote speeches, I do coaching, I have an online program in addition to the in-person retreats. But I love the in-person to meet people, but they can see a little bit more about my story and what else I do at that website address.
Well, this just sounds like a marriage made in heaven. Oh my gosh. I'm just so excited for both of you and for all of the people that are going to be able to experience this fabulous opportunity. How can they find you if they want to be, because this is soon, like when is the date, in fact?
May 3rd.
May 3rd through 7th.
So it's a month away, literally. So if people are interested, they got to get on this now, right?
Yes, we have several different ways to reach us and the information. The LOYT stands for Life on Your Terms. So that should be easy to remember because everybody wants to live a life on your terms, right? So LOYT Inner Compass. My website is RachaelAberle.com, and then you can see the retreat section under there. And I'm going to put our slideshow that we tried to play up on my Instagram, which is Bahama Block Therapy. I'll put it up on there.
Absolutely.
I can get
if people want to go directly to the retreat website, easy to remember. RenewRechargeRetreat.com. And they can see all of the different options, for coming along, all the details. They can reach us. So yeah, if they want to go directly to the retreat, RenewRechargeRetreat.com. .com. So yeah, May 3rd through 7th, we have one room left. We also have, day passes. We will be doing another one in winter 2024. We don't have those exact dates, but probably end of February, early March. But we would, welcome. We'd love to see some people in the May retreat for sure.
Fantastic. Well, I'll make sure that we post your links below the video so that people can find you. And any last words from either one of you?
Thank you, Deanna. Thank you so much for hosting us today. And Rachael, I'm glad you said that because we had so many amazing pictures to show. Sometimes the Zoom technology doesn't cooperate, but yeah, so we'll share those. Maybe we can even put a link below the post or something. But thank you, Deanna, so much for hosting us.
Thank you, Deanna.
My pleasure. And you know what? I think just the energy between the two of you and all that you've shared, I think people get the point. This is going to be an amazing opportunity. So thank you all for joining, and we'll see you hopefully in the Bahamas.
Thank you. Yes, breathe and believe.
Breathe and believe.